Greetings, my fellow Fright Fiends. It's your buddy Boogeyman Ben here for a new episode of Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone. And this video is a little bit different than the normal videos I've been doing lately. A lot of the videos I've been doing lately have been very just kind of, unboxings, things like that. Been really heavily involved in finding my next job. So I haven't had a time to do a lot of the little segments that I used to do. But I wanted to do a video today on a very serious subject that is affecting horror content creators here on YouTube. I have been a partner with YouTube since 2010. That's when I started doing videos a lot more frequently. They reached out to me back then and asked me to be a partner, which means I would start monetizing my videos. Now, of course, I don't have the, my videos never hit the lengths of some of, people that are YouTube creators. I mean, but I always did it just, for the heck of it. I thought it was fun, and, I said, why not, have a little extra money every once in a while. And probably I've made maybe hardly anything in the last 7 years because my videos never hit, thousands and thousands of views. I mean, I have a few that have gone past maybe 60,000 views, but I've never hit anything higher than that. So, for the most part, this is a labor of love to me. This is a format for me to talk to people about, horror movies and horror collectibles and the horror genre. Something that I've been passionate about since as long as I can remember. But what's going on now is pretty sad, and it's a little bit disturbing, and it is a form of censorship and something that's really been bothering me. And I knew about it a little bit earlier in the year when Jay Bond from Bloodbath and Beyond, which is a fantastic channel. If you guys haven't subscribed to Bloodbath and Beyond or aren't aware of it, I'll put a link down below to them. He made it aware that the high-ranking videos on their channel were having the advertising pulled from it, even though they were set to be, monetized. Their high-performing videos, there was some type of thing that was going on where advertisers were complaining about what their products were being placed against in terms of what video content they were being shown prior to or being attached to. This goes back to extremist videos that are on YouTube dealing with such things as terrorism and things like that. And for some reason, the horror, anything with horror or anything with terror or anything like that in the title was somehow being flagged by YouTube. Jay Bond actually wrote something on Reddit earlier this week, and prior to this, my videos really hadn't been affected at all. But I'm going to read a little bit of what Jay wrote, and then I'm going to tag it down below so people can check it out for themselves. And I have published this on groups that I'm friends with. I have posted this on groups on Facebook, like my own, the Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone Facebook group, as well as Joe's House of Horror, Joe Maganero, who I've known for a long time. I posted it there. And I don't know if people are reading it or taking it seriously, but if you are a YouTube content creator and you're primarily focusing on horror, you could be affected by this as well, especially if you're setting up your videos for monetization. So I'll read a little bit about this, but what's going on here is he goes back to talk about the concern which arose. He called it the adpocalypse, which happened earlier this year. So back when the adpocalypse happened is when YouTube demonized a bunch of videos in an attempt to stop ads from primarily showing alongside extremist content. They began marking videos as non-advertiser friendly content if it met certain requirements, and unfortunately titles, tags, and descriptions of horror-related videos read like the headlines of most horrific acts of terrorism. After a few months, YouTube announced ads are coming back and everything is clearing up, but they neglected to mention something fishy happening behind the scenes. Now, this is where I've noticed it in the last couple days on my own videos, even one that I just posted yesterday, the Pennywise pop, which has nothing, not even horror in the title, but still it was flagged based on this type of criteria. So this is what Jay talks about. So what YouTube has rolled out, it's an icon on your dashboard. So when you go and look at your videos, it's an icon that says to creators that the videos were technically monetized, yet they're not running ads. The videos were not deemed advertiser friendly. So if your videos are no longer advertiser friendly, YouTube isn't going to promote them. So YouTube won't promote them the same way that they would promote videos with ads on them. What this means is that They're not sent to subscribers, they're not suggested in sidebars, and they're not recommended. And where this proves to be a problem is that the smaller YouTube channels, now I have close to 2,000 subscribers, but that is built up over 7 years. So that's not something like, it's taken me a long time to get to that level. But smaller YouTube channels like mine and so many others that are even lower than mine, they can't be discovered through recommendations if their videos aren't going to be demonized like this by YouTube. So there is an appeal process that YouTube has included, and that I looked into when I started noticing that some of my videos were flagged. The problem is that it's not fair at all. What it is that, so say your video is flagged and you want to appeal that they flagged it. You need to have 1,000 views within the past 7 days. So that means that if you have 1,000 views in the next 7 days on your video, they will re-review what they did. And that's a big problem for smaller YouTubers like me, and even some big ones like that. With the smaller channels, or the older channels like mine, mine's been around for almost a decade, who gets 1,000 views in 7 days on a video? And smaller channels aren't getting 1,000 views consistently. So all of these videos will never be promoted, is what it comes down to. They will remain demonized, and there's no way to appeal these non-advertiser friendly claims. And Jay says that I read this and it really pissed me off because, the thing that I've loved about what I've been doing here on YouTube is that I've been able to talk about what I love. I've been able to talk about horror movies. I've been able to talk about, horror collectibles, things that I've loved my whole life. But I've been kind of labeled my whole life as a strange person. And this was an area or a place that I felt like I could go and be myself. And the fact that, I've had situations in my life, especially in the last few years of my life, where things have been unfair. And, I've risen above it and, just gotten on with my life and done the best I could to try to just get over it and move forward. But when something that is my passion and my love and something that I enjoy talking about so very much is now my calm. My calm has been YouTube. My calm has been Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone. That is where I go when I need to get rid of the stress of my life. And now that is being judged here, treating us like, we're second class is bullshit. And it pisses me off. And it's made me think about even bothering to continue here on YouTube. But then I go back and forth, like, why am I going to let something bully me out of doing what I love? I love what I'm doing. I love the people that I've met. I've met some terrific people through the YouTube space, and I'm not about to let this stop me from what I'm doing. If I don't make money, who gives a shit? The problem I have is that my content won't be seen now. I can't believe a company like YouTube is doing this to people that have been partners with them for so long, because I've been a partner with them for a long time now, and I've always had a good standing with them. And I feel bad for people like Jay Bond and the fine people at Bloodbath and Beyond, because I know they're trying to make this their career. I've never tried to make this my career. I thought, at one point in my life, my wife and I were both unemployed, and I had this monetization, and I said, maybe during my time when I'm looking for jobs, I can try to make some extra money to help us out. Things like that. That's all it ever came down to, was I thought I could get a little extra money for doing something that I love, but I never looked at this as becoming my career. It's only been an outlet for me, something where I could have fun, talk to people that are like-minded like me, that enjoy horror, and just this whole thing is pissing me off. So the only thing I can do right now is make people aware of this. This is a serious thing. So it's a punishment. It's a punishment for doing nothing wrong, and it's pretty fucked up. And yeah, I'm gonna say it. It's fucked up. One thing Jay talks about in the article, like I said, I'll post it down below so everybody can read it, is, spreading the word about this issue, and that's what I'm doing right now. Also, supporting your favorite creators here on YouTube, people that you respect, people that are in the horror community. I will do everything I can with the time that I have to, promote everyone that I can, that I'm friends with, that I support. Anybody that is creating horror content, I will support, all of my fellow horror YouTube creators any way that I can. And I just really want everybody to be aware of this. So again, I'll post a link down below to not only Bloodbath and Beyond's site, And they also have a Patreon site, which I will be donating to, because that is how they are making their revenue now, because they are getting screwed over by YouTube. I will also post J-Bond's Reddit article down below. Everybody needs to read this now. Please read it. It is very important, especially if you are somebody that is monetizing your videos and is a horror content creator here on YouTube. So I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch this video, and please let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. I think it's really important that we all stick together on this and fight this bullshit. And as always, thanks so much for watching Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone, and I will talk to you guys later. Take it easy, stay scared, stay strong.